Hello, friends. If you're there, say hello. Welcome, welcome. So Tracie's going to be a little bit late tonight. Happy President's Day, everyone. Hi, blessed by he said. What's your name? Welcome to our craft and chat. Misty, you're new. Welcome, Misty. I'm the only one on here so far. I am cutting. What are you crafting right now? Are you crafting along while you're on? Are you new to YouTube or just new to my channel? I'm curious. You can let me know if I'm asking too many questions. You're welcome to just hang out and visit. Hi, Connie. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Denise. I'll be trying to get home now about 5 minutes. Oh, okay. Hi, Connie. Welcome. How are you, my friend? New to junk journaling and you're new to junk journaling and your channel, YouTube veteran. Oh, wonderful, Misty. I should write your name down so I remember. Wonderful. And you. I know that typing gets you. I'm good, Connie. Tracie's running late tonight. We need to send her some love. She's running late. She's stopping by her father's. So she'll be here though. She'll just be here a little bit late. Let's see. Misty. YouTube veteran. Oh, so Misty, what kind of YouTube channel or what have you been doing on YouTube all this time? I'm still fairly new to YouTube. So, oh, you should be careful. Don't comment right now because you're driving. I just realized you're trying to get home. Yeah. Be careful. Be safe, please. So, I'll show you guys what we're making tonight if you want to see. I don't have a lot of people on here so far. Actually, let me put this on. You're a true crime junkie. Oh, okay. Well, I think you could probably mix your crime and your junk journaling together, right? I think that's a possibility. I mean, you can when you junk journal, you can junk journal about anything. Um, Not that I have a lot of experience, but I definitely love to create and love to play. So, I'm trying to see if I can open this up on YouTube myself. Let's see. Sorry, you guys. I'm just trying to put something up on here. I'm speaking to text, so you're safe. Oh, good. Hi, Wooly. Welcome, welcome. I'm running late, and Tracie's running late. Oh, there we go. I just found me. I want to see if I can get and watch myself on YouTube to see how this plays up. Let's see. Live. Huh. Huh. Hey, Wooly, what's shaking in your world? Oh, sad stuff. Yeah. Well, definitely junk journaling can bring a lot of joy. I can't find on YouTube. I can't find my live. Oh, there we go. I just found it. Okay.
Can't find
There
on
we go.
YouTube.
Let me turn this down. Sorry.
Can't find my.
All right.
I just found it. Okay. Can't find on YouTube.
All right. Now I see what you guys are seeing. Great. So tonight I'm going to be making, so you guys let me know what you're doing, but I'll share with you what I'm doing. So in my sketchbook, so I'm working on my kits, my kits that I'm going to finish, and I'll share with you guys what I have so far. But the more whimsical ones, that I'm doing, which are the bright colored ones, I'm painting the covers, and I did this in my sketchbook, so the covers are going to have something like this on it. So this is what I'm working on tonight. I'm doing the paint and cutting up the thing. I'm trying to finish up a journal. Detective, believe it or not. Oh, that's so funny because we have actually gotten a new person here tonight, Willie. It's Misty, and she is a crime junkie. Is that it? True crime junkie, or has been. Yes. That's so funny. Oh my gosh, Willie. So synchronous, right? Yeah. So anyway, I'm trying to cut out some pieces. So, because I have to do 4 folders and they're all going to be different and they're all going to have paint and collage on them. And they're going to be whimsical like these actual kits are. So usually when I do something like with paint or creative like that, I usually work it out first in like one of my sketchbooks. And then, if I like it or I'll go back to what I did in my sketchbook, then I'll play with it, like, in a journal or in something that I might sell or that I might want to share in some way. Connie, in a little bit, I'm going to show what I've got so far on the kits if you want to see them. I'm going to show the foundation pieces, and I'm going to share I thought I'd share them tonight, share some of the parts that are different and make them a little bit unique. Yes, please. Yeah, I'm super inspired with these. I have not been creatively this inspired in a long time. I'm excited. Yeah. I'm excited too. Connie, so yeah, I hope that comes through. We'll just give it a little bit more time and then I'll share it. Are you crafting right now, Connie? Hi, Debbie. Welcome, welcome. So glad to have you here. I checked out your papers. They're beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love them. Maybe I could make some of these into some grasses. So happy President's Day to everyone. For those of you that work, did you get the day off? Your last batch. We'll post a pre-sale video tomorrow. Oh, exciting, Debbie. Good. We'll have to check it out. Debbie just finished. I just made my first, what do I'm going to call them? Well, they're called Happy Kits, but they're essentially junk journal, embellishment kit. It doesn't have a book with it, so I'm not sure it's considered a full junk journal kit. I don't really know the technical terms, but it's definitely both of the kits. There's two different types. I think they're pretty hardy, and you could make a couple of junk journals out of them if you had a book or something for a book back. Love Debbie's papers. I know they're gorgeous. Yeah, I mean, the fact that you've published like a collage book, that's just awesome. Okay, so let's see, we've got some of those. Let me keep this open. Let me take this aside. French papers. That is a great idea. Just add a journal. Yeah, well, you just really need to add, a book. And you can use some of the pieces from my kits to, create your book with. I mean, I won't have like the, what do you call it? The thick cardstock for it. I mean, you can use the fabric as a cover or whatever, add your stitching. But again, however creative you want to be. What I think for me is, again, I've only done a couple of journals so far since I've been doing this. My background is design, and even years ago, I did graphic design. So I think the design part is comfortable for me personally so far. And the execution in terms of the making things is, my edge right now. I mean, after I did the graphic design, then I did interior design. So I've always been into design. And even with the kits, I felt like that was like a design in sense. It was a design action in terms of creating it. I was putting these pieces together, and I really had a good time doing it. And now I'm finishing up doing the handmade pieces, and that's the little bit more challenging part for me. Not quite sure why, but let's see, I need to glue a couple more of these together. This one's done, 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 this one's done. And where's the other piece for this? There we go. Images for 2 new books. Sewing style, fashion sketches. So you make your papers first by hand, right, Debbie? And then like with your jelly plate or your painting or whatever, and then you scan them in and digitize them for your books, correct? Connie, how long have you been junk journaling for? The books are all AI created images, plus occasionally scanned art. Okay, I get it. I see. Okay. About a year. Okay, so you've been a little bit longer than me. And how about your sister, Connie? Gina. Do you guys live close to each other and get to craft together? Hmm. Five months. Okay. So you brought her along. Okay, that's that. That's going to be that. Hi, Debbie. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Debbie, while you're here, I have a quick question for you. A quick oops. So next time you shop with me, I left this out of your pack last time, accidentally. Can I just include it in the next one? I didn't charge you for it either, but I forgot to. I had a pile and it was in the wrong pile. Oh my gosh, you guys all live in the same state or close to each other, Connie? Where's all the big papers for that? Oh, that's so awesome. It's this Thursday, Debbie, the 19th at 6 o'clock Eastern time. All right. I think I'm going to, so this is what I'm working on. For those of you that are new, I'm working on doing something like this on my folders for my whimsical kits. So for those of you that may not have seen it, I have come out with a couple of junk journal kits, and I'm going to show you what I have done. Like all the hand done, great, Debbie. All the hand done parts are not necessarily done, but let me show you what I have. Where is my, all right, this is, all right. I'm going to show you the antique and vintage botanical one first. And then let me actually get all the individual pieces, the ones that are different. So every kit is unique and a little bit different. But what I'm going to show you first here is all the pieces that are similar, because the foundations of them are similar. So there's two different kits. There's the vintage and antique botanical one, and then there's the whimsical, punchy, novelty botanical and kind of just spring one. So there's essentially spring kits. So let me just show you what you get in the kit. I'm going to pull it apart. I'm going to do the big pieces first. All right, let me show you the pieces. I'm going to layer them on here so you can kind of see how it goes together. So this is the main fabric piece of this one. This is a gorgeous chintz. I got this, somebody got it for me in New York. It's old and it's beautiful. It's got like this gorgeous gold. It's a high-end designer fabric, but it's definitely, it tears, it rips really nicely. It's chintz, which I didn't know before, just means it's got that finish on top of it. So it looks a little bit like a chinoiserie. But I got it because I put it for this because I felt like it looked vintage and it has the florals. So the size of the piece of fabric that you get with it is pretty big. It's bigger than a fat quarter because I do have a lot. So it's 15, it's 30 by 30 by 30 by 27. So it's a good size piece. So you get your base piece, and then your complementary fabrics that go with it. You get this one, which I just recently got this one. This is a vintage small floral. It's a super, super pretty fabric. It complements really well with this. And then I also put in an additional one, this pink, these are all vintage. I put in this pink one to bring out the pinks. They're a little bit solid. It's got a scallop edge on it, just so you can see. This one's from the 50s, this piece. It might even be the 40s, actually. And then I coffee dyed this piece of, oh, this is a fat quarter as well. Both of these are fat quarters. Then I coffee dyed this piece of lace, which goes with it as well. This is more like I don't know, this is more from the 80s. But it's a beautiful piece of lace. Nice sheer piece. So that's your lacy piece that goes with it. And then everyone gets a piece of this vintage wallpaper, which goes with it really nicely. And I cut it this way so you could put it in a book. I'm going to roll it up in the package. But I cut it the long way so it would fit, so you could use it 1 or 2 pages in a journal if you wanted to. We have that. All right. So those are your foundation pieces. Oh, and then everybody gets a little applique, and everybody gets some of this little naughty. It's like a, this is not that old. I got this at a thrift store, but it's like a really natural kind of raw like fabric. And then you get some hand dyed. Where's the other one? Hang on here. Oh, here it is. Okay. And then these are some hand dyed wool yarns. Those come, and those are in every kit. And then every kit gets a piece of this, which is where I'm bringing in some of the black. I brought black into this kit, all of it. And this one has an applique. 2 of them have appliques and 2 of them don't. And the ones that don't, I'll add an extra applique. So that's in every kit. And then what makes them individual is this. So this is one of the kits. I'll show you this. Let's see. Okay. So, all right. This is what makes them individual. So there's the papers. I'll show you those afterwards. But you get 4 antique. They're 1900 postcards. So this specific one comes with these 4. They're all botanicals. And then you get all of these. Oh, let me just show you these. And each one of these, all of these are different. I'll go through them eventually when they're all done, but I want to show you. So you get some vintage floral Denison seals, vintage card, vintage coaster, vintage tree card. This is a real vintage. You get 2 of these. They're the seed packs, a cigar card, and then all of these, are the fussy cuts. And these are beautiful. And this is from a 1960s magazine, which is my Bolo book right now. Not magazine, it's a book. It's a floral book. Beautiful florals in this book. And they are all from the 1960s. And so you get about 40 of those. And then for the linens, so these are all hand dyed. Some of them by me. I started dyeing all of my white linens that I got. I asked you guys about it. So everybody gets a different vintage hanky. This is going to be your tie on this one. This is an antique piece of lace, one of a kind. Hi, Tamara, one of a kind piece of lace. And then you get 6 pieces of linen with this one. And these are hand dyed with what's it called? Not RIT. It's called fiber reactive dye, because I'm going to start selling on eBay. This one's hand dyed. This one is just a linen one, beautiful, hand dyed. And this is just like a regular brocade that I hand dyed. So those are the linens. And then what everybody gets, and these are what I'm working on now. I am making folders for your papers. So here's one. This is not done yet. So this is just the first layer. And this is my hand making. So that's going to be your folder that all of your papers will go in. And then here's another one. I have to put the details on it. These just have the first layers and they're not finished yet. Hey, Tamara, welcome, welcome. I'm showing my kits. And here's another one. I haven't done anything on the back of this one yet. And then here is another one. So again, these are just the bases. So they're not done. So those will be the hand dyed. So what I still have to add to this kit is the buttons and the beads. And those will all also be unique because they're all going to be vintage and antique. So none of those will be the same. So that's, let me show you. Shoot. Oops. Are you still there? My whole thing fell down. Let me show you one other kit, like just so I can show you the difference of the, like another one, just so you can see, because it's really in the linens and these pieces that are unique to each one. Thanks, Connie. I'm glad you like it. I'm having fun with this. I feel like I'm totally inspired. Tamara, who is on here, she's currently my muse. All right, so there's that. That's going to go with that. I have these all separated. So let me put this back together so I'm not completely lost. Let's see the cards. So this whole kit is 95% vintage and antique, which is where I kind of want to focus most of my my energy on. I hope you scan those and sell the digitals. I am scanning them, Tammy, once I get done with them, but thank you for reminding me. Yeah, and the paint on the manila folders made them nice and thick. Like you could literally cut that down and make it a folder if you wanted to. Like somebody could. Thank you, Tamara, for saying that. I'm having fun with them, though. Again, I do have more details to add to them. I think I'm going to, again, I just wanted to share so people could see, you know, what you're getting with it. That's the handmade part. I just wanted to do something that was a little bit different, and paint's my comfort zone. It's what I know a little bit. All right, let me put this individual part, and then I'll show you the second piece. All right, and here's another one. Like I said, they're all a little bit different. Let's see if I can get this divided up right. There we go. Down to here. So then here's another one that you would put with it. This one gets this piece of antique. This is, again, these are antique. These pieces that I got, they're one of a kind. They're very unique. I haven't washed them. They've got all the oldness in them. They don't smell, though. This one comes with these cards. That one and that one. And then again, you have the variety of, each one has different, you know, the botanicals in them, but they're all pretty. And some of them are kiss cut. Some of them are left in the rectangles, but they're beautiful. And I'm going to share this book with you guys because I went and got another one. This right now is my favorite botanical book. And I have a lot of vintage botanical books, and I love this one. It's got unbelievable amount of botanicals in it. Oops. All right. And then let me show you the linens for this one, because this just gives you an idea of how different they are. So this one, you get 6 different ones. You get this piece. You get this one, which is hand dyed. You get this pretty little baby. You get this quilt piece. You get this one. And you get this blue brocade. And then this one is going to come with this tie. And then they'll all get their own, and you get a little separate hanky with this one. And let's see. Yes, they are, Julie. Thank you. Yeah, and so the papers will all be a little bit different too. There'll be some that are similar, and all of your paper products will go inside of the folders. And let me just show you another. Like there's 4 of each, but I only have one. I'm taking, people are reserving them. Let's see if I can get this right. Where did this one end? Yeah, like here's another one. This one, actually, the tie is an antique bonnet. But just so you can see, everybody gets a different type or a different piece of hand-dyed linen. I'm having fun playing with the dyeing. I mean, I got all of those. You guys know I got tons of linens, and a lot of them are white. And so I've just decided I'm going to bring value to them by, you know, playing with the dyes. And I'm using this stuff that's called fiber reactive dye. So it's specifically for cotton and linen. And they say that the dye, so it makes it really bright. It doesn't fade. So people can use the fabric for clothing, for bags, for quilts, for stuff that they want to wash, because the dye actually more than likely will last longer than the fabric itself. So I invested in those kind of dyes for this because I do have a lot of linens. Yeah, so those are the vintage and antique ones. And I will be doing a video once I get it a little bit more together, showing them better than how I'm doing right now with all my piles. So let me show you now you guys want to see the whimsical novelty ones? Hi, Denise. Do you want to see the whimsical novelty ones? Let me actually move this. Yes. All right, let me show you those. Let me put these up. I just want to make sure I put all my cards back in. All right, let's get this whole guy together. I wrapped him all up. All right. So first I'm going to show you what is in all right, so this one is not quite as far along. All right, so these are the whimsical ones. What I need to tell you, these are the folders for the whimsical ones. They aren't done, but that's what I'm working on tonight. This is what I worked out in my sketchbook, and something like this, but with a little bit of blue, is going on here. So that's what I'm doing on the folders for this one. So they'll be a little bit different and unique. But they aren't done yet. So I painted them with kind of like a light paint acrylic. Boy, these things, you guys, with the acrylic on the inside and outside, they feel so strong. The paint makes them feel so strong. All right, so let me show you this kit. All right, we'll start with the foundation piece. Thank you, Debbie. So this is the foundation fabric. It's really fun. It's a vintage fabric. It's basically got the pink, the yellow gold, and the blue flowers in it. And you get a fat quarter of that. And then this is your special piece. You get a beautiful chenille with a flower. And then this is like a little star. I got this for a really good price. This is, let's do this so you see a little bit more of it. All right, so you get that. And then these are your complementary fabrics with this one. And these fabrics are all vintage. So you get a piece of this, which is a 1950s. I think they use this for tablecloths. I'm not really sure. And then this is a vintage linen that I just cut up. I didn't dye this. It was already this color. It came from my crafty godmother, May, the antique dealer. And then this is also a 1950s fabric, which goes with this, which you're going to get a smaller piece of that. And then let's see what else you get. And this is in every kit. So there are 2 things that I sold, and these, you're going to get these. And these are things that I did sell on my pre-sale of all those trims and stuff I got. But you're going to get these because you can add them. They go with the colors of the kit. You're also going to get a piece of this. And this, what I'm showing you now is in every kit. You're going to get the daisy napkin. You're going to get 3 ruffles made by me. This one is just a plain pink. And this one is what I call a peep, but not on the nose peep. It feels like a peep. It's out of a really thin sheer fabric, but it's so light and fluffy. It's really cute. And then you're going to get these 3 trims as well. And these were not ones that they're similar colors, but they were not ones that I sold on my sale. They're different ones that I had. You're going to get 3 of those. And then everybody gets one of these appliques, little flower appliques. Then you get these little flowers with it. And then you're going to get this little collar. Everybody gets one of these. Everybody gets one of these, little invitation. Everybody gets one of these with the little ducks. And everybody gets this. Now I'm going to add some, these are not vintage. These are common. These, I don't know if those are either. So you're going to get these little beads, but I'm going to add some unique beads to each one that actually are vintage. And then you're going to get these cute little buttons. You get one big yellow one and then a bunch of little acrylic fun ones that I got from my button guy. Look at these. Look at this. So adorable, you guys. Look at that little flower. It's acrylic. I love this one. It's got like these little happy buttons in it. I'm going to be selling some of these buttons too because I have a whole bunch I got. I don't know if you can see them. Look at this big yellow one. I mean, is that not adorable? Yeah. So that's what's in every kit. Hi, Sandra. So that's what is in every kit. And then I'll show you a couple of the individual pieces, right? Okay, let me get that. All right. All right, I'm just going to show you 2 of them because I'm going to do a video on this just so you guys can see it. Welcome, Sandra. So this is what everybody gets. Now, here's your things that make it different. So everybody gets, I think there's 4 of these, and these are from the 1940s. So you get your little duck. This one is a little rabbit with a little pull out. And these, the backs of them are pretty not so great, again, because they are ripped out of a, let's see if I can put this somewhere where you can actually see it better. Let's see, I'm going to move this. Here we go. All right, let's do that. All right, now I'll show you them. So you get these, you get 4 cards. Each one is different, each kit. And then everybody gets one of these little cake toppers. They're a little bit different in each one. They're vintage from the 1950s. You can make it into a dangle for your charm. And then these are the vintage Denison seals. And these are reproductions. These are not vintage, but you get a couple of those thrown in. And then you also get, this one is also going to have the hand-dyed linens. That's what's in every kit. You're also going to get a fabric from, you know, those little strips that I did, that I got. So you're going to get one of those to play with. Actually, you're going to get 2 of them. Here's a seersucker as well. You're going to get a piece of wallpaper, spring wallpaper. And then you're going to get the linen pieces. And here's the one for this kit. So this kit gets its unique pieces. It gets this. It gets this one, which is hand dyed. This one was already like this. Isn't that a pretty baby? And then this one I dyed as well, linen. So that's your linen pieces for this one. And then you're going to get your folder, obviously, that holds your papers, which those will have some that are similar and some that are different. So I wanted everybody's to be a little bit unique. So based on the order that they were reserved is how you'll get to pick your kit. I have one of the antique ones left, and I have 2 of this one left, still available. But wait, there's more. Thank you, Maddie. Welcome, welcome. All right, so let me show you the second one. I'm not going to show you all of them because I am going to do a video, but just to show you the differences so you can kind of see. All right, so the second one, you'll get a piece of wallpaper, and see this one has a little bit more blue in it. And then you get some different fun fabrics to play with in this one. You get that. And this one you get, whoops, lacy floral and pink. And then your linen pieces, and this one is this. And I'll show you your cards. So this one, you get this blue. I actually dyed like a Matelaise. It was a white one. You get this little baby. You get this. And you get this little teeny piece of like chenille that's dyed. And then with this one, you get the yellow duck cake topper. And then you get some vintage Easter seals, and you get these with it. And then I didn't show you the cards yet for this one, right? And this one, the cards are this. So this one is a flocked one. You get this little bunny with this little guy, and you get this little guy. So that's why these are a little bit more, again, whimsical and nostalgic. Yeah, that's my kit. So that's what I'm working on tonight. Since the other covers are done, I'm working on these folders for the whimsical ones. And I don't know that I'm going to have them done by my sale, but that's okay because people are reserving them. So as soon as I have them done, I will let everybody know so you can pick out which one you want because I'll have them lettered by then. Yeah. So teasing. What does PM mean? What does PM mean, Sandra? Teasing, LOL. What's a good, oh, what's a tease? You mean, what, I'm I'm lost. Did I miss something? In the chat? I was focusing on my chat. Only your fellow junk journalers would get having a button guy. I know. I do. His name is Simon Rickrack, Debbie. I've nicknamed him. He's where I got all my rickrack from too. Let's see what I missed. I love a good tease. Okay, so now let me move all this so I can get to crafting. So the intention was to make the foundation of the kits all similar. So they were all, you know, had, you know, resonance, but then also make them a little bit different. I needed to, number one, because most of the pieces were vintage and not necessarily, I had like, you know, 4 of them. Where is he? Okay. Post Meridian Mini. Yeah, same but different. Thank you, Sandra. I had fun making them. Hey, Carla, welcome, welcome. What's everybody doing? I'm going to attempt to make something like this from my sketchbook. What's everybody else doing? Just FYI, Tracie is coming. She's just not here yet. She had to go see her dad first. You're pulling stuff. Oh, you're hungry? Oh, wow. Yeah, that'll do it for you. Yeah, I have to call my journals secret journals because it takes me so long to do them. Setting up your live for Thursday. All right. You do them every Thursday, right, Julie? Staring at the snow. Carla, I love your craft text journals with the paint on them. They're adorable. Love the painty flowers. So, so, so cute. I think that's why I was so inspired by these kits. I truly am a botanical girl. Like it is one of my favorite subjects. Yeah, they're gorgeous. Carla. You're making mini bird journals this week. Ooh, exciting. Exciting. I'm glad I saw your little bird book that you cut into your like 1930s one, Julie. I have a couple of those too. I love that book. I have not torn into mine yet though. It's good for us to use our stuff, right? Hmm. No. I'm not 100% sure because Jonna told me I should charge more, but this is what I think they are. That's what I had settled on first. I think I'm going to wait till I'm completely done with them, though. So okay, so I need all these different papers. I know. I have to that's what I think it was fine until I started adding the handmade folders. So anyway, it's also my number. Like it's more like it's a number for me, like 38 is. So that's kind of why I decided that, which is not necessarily business minded and rational. And these are my first kits. So anyway, that's my story. I haven't, people have reserved them without knowing the price, so they can obviously back out if they choose to. But I have not. Yeah. I need to finish them first, and then I feel like I'll be clearer. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Julie. That's what I felt like. I needed to finish them because the handmade parts, other than the fussy cutting, was easy that I did, and the little ruffles, you know, that was easy. But my painting that I did on them and the collage, and they're not done yet, so I put a certain amount of time into that. It's fine, Sandra. I don't mind being put on the spot. You didn't put me on the spot. I'm not clear. But that's kind of normal for me. So yeah. You know, I'm new to all of this too. So it's you know, it's a process for me, and I don't move fast. Me too. What, Sandra? Let's get some paint. Where's that little tray? Oh, like what I'm creating. Oh, okay. Thank you. You could scan now and when finished. Yeah, so Tamara, thank you for that. Like this first one that I did, I'm just going to show you. Like, I'm okay with this one. This one doesn't need a lot more detail, except for it needs a little bit of fixing here. I'm actually somewhat okay with this one, but I wanted to add some details. Like this one needs more. This needs detail on the floors, and it needs its branches. You know, they need some detail. This one needs details too. See, it doesn't have anything on the back yet. This one needs a little bit more detail. Yeah, they just need another little piece in detail. And I'm having to do them in layers because I have to dry it in between. And when I paint, I make a mess. I have paint everywhere. I was telling Sandra today when I was on her live that I spilled ink, like this bottle of ink. I shook it with the lid off or lid not tight. I went like this and it went everywhere. So I was covered in, and that's par for the course for me. So I've been using a brush with the inks today, and I'm not sure I'm going to get out acrylic paints. I think I'm going to play with the acrylic inks right now. Yeah, Tamara, so the dyeing thing, like I'm dyeing bigger pieces and then cutting them up. Like I said, Donna's helping me open up the Etsy store, and I really want that fiber reactive dye hopefully will help me be able to sell it to people because I do have a lot of white tablecloths and stuff. Sell them to people that want to use the fabric for quilts and making bags and making shirts and stuff, because a lot of people do that with it. And by using that fiber reactive dye, they can wash it and not have to worry about any fading or the sun or anything. So I'm thinking long term with that, because 40 boxes is a lot. So hopefully it'll keep my Etsy store stocked for a while. Let me put down some plastic. But yeah, you guys, I appreciate any advice you can give me. I appreciate it, because I know you guys have all been doing this for a long time, and all of this is fairly new to me. Yeah. I mean, when I got all of these linens, she was like, May told me, she goes, well, if you don't want all the white ones, I can keep those. And I said, you know, no, I'll take them. And I thought about it too, because a lot of them have beautiful cutouts in them, or, you know, they're Battenberg lace. They're all different kinds of things. And even if, like, some of them we like the neutral colors. Red takes a lot of dye to get darker colors and not pink. It does not rinse out very well, specifically RIT, and there could be bleeding. Yeah, I'm not using RIT, Wilhelmina. That's why. It's called fiber reactive dye. So you use ash to solidify it. It bonds with the fabric instead of coats it. So it's very different. But yeah, I haven't done the red. I've just done the pink. And I learned this. I didn't learn about the fabric reactive dye, but I got the vintage linens that were dyed before from 1924 linens and things. I got a couple of her kits, and that's what made me realize I could do this. And I got her stuff in the very beginning when I was collecting for junk journals, when I started my obsessive shopping. Yeah, thanks, Wooly. I'm working with it. Yeah. Let's see if we got yellow. Should too. You've used that dye before, Wooly? Did you get it at Dharma Trading Company? That's where I got mine from. Most people that do the mixed media stuff use the RIT because it's easier, and it also, you know, it works fine. It works good. There's, you know, again, it's, and you can use it on paper, and you can use it on, I think you can use it on polyester and stuff too, which the fiber reactive dye, you need to use the natural linens. You need to use hemp, silk, cotton, linen, and rayon, which is pretty much what all of those linens that I got are. Okay, I need to mix some yellow color. Where is my tray? You're using the RIT, but you mostly dye paper. Yeah, and it's good, and it's fine, Sandra. It's really good, especially for our junk journals. They're not necessarily sitting in the sun or getting washed, right? I would use the RIT if I was just doing it for that, but I had so much, I thought, I'll use it for the, you know, I thought maybe I could get somebody to make some kind of a quilt or a bag with it, and then I could market that on my site while I'm selling the dyed linens. We'll see. Okay, where is my paint sheet? Oh, here it is. Okay, so I need to finish clearing this. Well, I don't know about that, Sandra. I just think, yeah. I just have a lot of big tablecloths. Where is my papers? I just need to use the rest of this water up in here. You guys, we need to send prayers to Tracie. She's not here yet tonight. She said she was going to try and come late. She went to go see her dad. She's having a really, really tough time right now. And she needs lots of love and support. And we need to hold her hand energetically because, as you all know, she's got a lot she's dealing with right now. I use about anything that stays put. Easter egg dye, Wilton frosting dyes, and even Kool-Aid. Yeah, I think that's what the whole junk journaling thing is about. I agree. I have some RIT dye. I just haven't used it yet. I mean, I guess the decision, I did a lot of research too. And that's when I thought, I'm like, well, I think I have too many tablecloths for even all the junk journals that people do. That's why I decided on the other one. Mainly because I thought, well, I thought long term I could sell it to people that wanted, like I said, to make quilts and, bags or shirts or tops. I don't know if you've seen the patchwork stuff that people do for clothing, but it's adorable. And they use vintage linens to do it. Thanks, Denise. Thanks, Wooly. Yeah, I just thought more long term. And it's probably a little bit more difficult than RIT dye. And again, if I have something that's polyester and I want to dye it, I'm going to have to use the RIT dye, I'm pretty sure, because I don't think it works with anything that's not a natural fiber. But yeah, I don't know. I have a way of making things more difficult than they need to be sometimes. I'm trying to use up my paint so I can use this paint tray, you guys. Trying the black. What's the black what? Dye? Right now I'm watercolor, but I'm just trying to clean this so I can use my acrylic. I never waste paint, and this has old watercolor in it. So this is what I've been doing. I've been taking it off out of these things and putting it on papers that I can use for collage or something, because I can't waste paint. I'm just a nutcase. Like most people would just wipe this out. I can't. Above Willie said it has moody hues. What has moody hues? God, I can't keep up with you guys. Let's see. Oh, purple, black on wool. Yes. So, and that's what they said too when I was reading about the two different dyes. Like one is not necessarily better than the other, it just depends on the project. And they said that sometimes the RIT dye has a tendency to make stuff look more vintagey, which is nice, which is really nice. We do talk a lot, don't we? Yeah, I mean it's good. That's what it's called, right? It's a craft and chat. I just wish I could keep up and also craft. You know who's really good at this is Carrie. She's got it down to a science. Yeah, I synchronous. We're all rolling in the same paint, you guys. Really a rouge when it comes to exact colors. Oh, you know your dye. Oh, I know why you do. You have your wool. Yes. Love me some wool. I love that little wool yarn that I found at this thrift store that I added to the antique kits. The first ones. On paper, my black RIT often dyed gray, brown with peach color leaching out. RIT dyes are artificial fibers. They seem to resist paper fibers sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know a lot about dyeing paper. Again, I just use ink. I tend to either use watercolor or acrylics. I haven't done a lot of dyeing other than coffee dyeing. I haven't done any colored. Sandra does that. I mean, she's an expert at that. And I'm sure you are too, Debbie. You make your papers too. I have not done any color dyeing at all. It was so funny because today when Sandra was talking about inks, she was talking about distressed inks, which are very common in the junk journal world. Well, I thought she was talking about these acrylic inks. So I was like, oh, be careful. Don't spill it all over because I spilt mine all over. And she's like, oh, sure. She's probably thinking, aren't you nuts or what? But I just, yeah. I come from a different world. All right, I am just going to use these three because I do not feel like painting that anymore. So where's my paper towel? Okay. So today I had spilt paint all over my craft mat, you know, the cutting self-healing mat. And what got the paint up, the acrylic paint up, because I let it dry on there accidentally, I didn't know it. But what got it up was soft scrub with bleach in it. It worked really well to clean my mat. Oh my God, Sandra, I love my acrylic inks. And I have a lot. I have 2 whole trays of them. When I show my thing cleared out, you'll see them. Acrylic inks are one of my favorite things to play with. And also the golden fluids. I really like those as well. It's just they're more flowy. And, you know, you can mix them, which is what I'm going to try to do right now because I want to make a different yellow, which is why I wanted to clean this out. RIT dye, $4.99 for synthetic dye. Oh, good to know, Debbie. I also very seldom use my colors straight out of the bottle. I mix colors because that's always for me, unless I'm using neon. Sometimes I'll use neons, which I am using pink neon tonight by themselves because where's my other paintbrush? Yeah, because I want the right color here. Let's see if this is the right color. Oh yeah, we like that color. Maybe a little bit more of this. So what I like about these two, as you can see, is they're transparent. So if I was using, well, yellow is almost always a transparent color. But if I was using, instead of the ink, if I was using heavy body or even soft body paints, it's a little bit thicker and it would cover the words more, which I didn't even really look to see what these were, but I think they're pretty safe. Probably should have painted some of these first and then cut them out. Michaels, you bought over $200 worth of RIT dye. Oh, wow. Hot water down dish soap. Murphy oil soap. Yeah, I use Murphy's oil soap for my acrylic all the time, Debbie. That's what I soak my brushes in because sometimes I forget to wash them. They can be stiff, hard as a rock, and that Murphy's oil soap will freshen them right back up. I'll leave them in for a couple days. right, let's put these somewhere to dry. Full of dye. Well, remember Sandra, I told you a long time ago I was going to do a video and I was going to call it I'm dying to die, only spell it like I'm dying. I don't know if you remember this. I think we were talking about this a long time ago. I spilled my ink. Oh, maybe we can do a little bit of yellow in there. Wouldn't be bad. Make it a little bit coral. Let's see what happens. I've never found dye at the thrift store. Ooh, that's pretty. That's not pink though. That is like coral. You might want to add that. I don't like that. What do we think of that color, you guys? That's a pretty color, right? Hmm. Hmm. Good night, Tammy. Tamara. What do you prefer, Tamara or Tammy? Thank you for coming by. Hmm. Either is fine. Hmm. Good night. Hmm. Maddie, are you still here? I didn't make it to your book thing, your book sale, although I did watch the replay. You're here. I was at my volunteer thing. Not that I need more books anyway. I actually have an obscene amount of books. So, but there was one book I probably would have bought for sure. And I think Tracie got it. It was a cute little, I don't remember what it was. It was like a floral one, a botanical one. All right. Let's see. Let's do this one on an angle. It was a fun book sale. Yeah. Looked like she moved it along really at a nice speedy pace too. Just FYI, you guys, Donna's going to be at my sale this week. She's coming on as a guest seller on Thursday. So she'll have some goodies. She'll have some fun trinkets too. Mm-hmm. Mm. All right, well, I need some blue. I'm gonna make some blue. Let's keep doing these. Where's my other ones I just cut out? Let's try these. Okay. You're heading to the big old city on the 19th. Oh, good. You going estate sailing or just shopping? Monthly haul? Remind you, please. Yeah, I'm going to send out I usually send out like a short the day before and the day of, kind of to tease people. I don't do them very well, but people do watch them. Mm, 6 p.m. EST, she said earlier. Yes. 6 p.m. Eastern time. So it's 3 o'clock your time, Sandra. Hmm. All right, so that did not work well. Let's just make the whole thing. I need tweezers. Favorite thrift store. Oh, exciting. Good. Tiniest book last night for charms. Now I need to remember to use them. Oh, how cute, Wilhelmina. Post a picture of it on your site. Oh my God, I love your journals so much. I have yet to get my hands on one. Oh my God, I've been buying journals like crazy. So I bought 2 from Tamara, and then I bought one of those Valentine ones from Tracie. And then do you guys know the Kentucky Crafter? Well, she made these little seed packet ones, and I bought a yellow seed packet one from her. Super cute. Mm. You should do a Trinket Tuesday for Jonna. Yeah, absolutely. I think she would like that. It's a great idea. Yeah, hers get reserved as soon as she shows them. All right, now I just need to do some plain pink, and I need to do some blue. All right, I broke the lid on this. I decided to use these. I decided to use these inks tonight while I was live because I mean, I should show you guys. My paint for the black folders is I have one of these, and that's where I put my paint in, and it keeps it so I can keep it mixed in here and keep it wet, and so I don't have to redo my acrylics. But I didn't want to pull this big thing out on my desk here because I don't have enough room, and that's why I'm using the inks for this one instead of regular acrylic paint. It's very messy working with acrylics. You kind of need a different station than your crafting area. All right, let's do some bright pink. We need to do some blue. There's never enough room. Yeah, I can't bring out, I have to do my paints on the other table I have behind me, which is also where I stack everything when I have my sales. This is almost gone. Oh, a little teeny tiny brush. I'm gonna need more white. Oops, no, I did too much white. No, actually, that's good. I need for wrong room. Yeah, I agree, Wilhelmina. Oh, that's a pretty color. Okay. Yeah. I always feel like, because of all the stuff I pull out around me too, I always feel like I'm working in an area the size of a dinner plate. And I've adjusted, I get used to it, and then I clean it off and I start again, and I generally feel really good. Thanks, Sandra. Thanks for stopping by. Ciao, ciao. Hugs. Have a good evening. Whoops. I guess we'll do that. Are you modding tomorrow for Angela and them, Willie? Unless they fired you. I don't think they're going to fire you, honey. Are you actually selling too? I like the polka dots. Maybe a few things. Who's sale that the girl that mods for you, she does a great job. Is it Carol? I think it's Carol. Yeah, she does a great job. I went to, whose sale was that? Christie's. Was it Christie's for the first time? She had some nice stuff. I liked her sale. I got to stop shopping though. Hi, Mary. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to our crafting chat. Are you crafting? I need my little thing. That is a whimsical leaf. All right. Let's see. I need some more. Where's all my little hills? So that I can begin crafting. Oh, awesome. Hmm. I'm wondering if I can make some green. Let's see what happens. Where's the pink one? Yeah, we're just hanging out. I'm painting or attempting to paint some little pieces, which I probably should have painted first and then cut them up. But I'm painting pieces so that I can make something like this on my folders for my kits. Let's do some green ones. Yeah, that's for the whimsical kit. I should just mix this is what I should do rather than what I'm doing. Let's just do that. There we go. There we go. Hey, Jonna. Welcome, welcome. Did you just get back from church or are you just going? Oh, that's not tonight. That's on Thursdays. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, good. Oh, shoot. Hi, storekeeper. I can't remember your first name. Please remind me. Welcome. Hmm. 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 Thank you. Mary, yeah, it's for the whimsical kits. I like hot pink too. Hmm. All right, let's do some more pink and oh my God, Mary, you haven't seen a disaster till you've seen my room. That's a disaster. Mm. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I am probably the least ready for this sale than I have been for any sale, but I'm sharing it, so I feel like that's probably a good thing. Because Jana's going to be there. And she'll have lots of goodies to share. Denley, that's right. Thank you, Denley. Oh my gosh. I have to put that on there. Hi, welcome, welcome. So good to see you. Hmm. Sorry, I know I should be talking more, you guys. I get quiet. Probably need to take a break. I just want to I don't know where my tweezers are, so I'm using my pliers. as tweezers. All right, let's finish doing a bunch of pink ones. And then I'm going to make a master board. So I have some words going different ways. Let's see, what can we do with this one? Tomorrow's Trinket Tuesday. Okay. Wooly said she's going to do a Trinket Tuesday. Right, Wooly? Denley, what are you doing? Are you crafting right now? You doing anything fun? So I really appreciate you guys showing up tonight. I have another Trinket Tuesday I have to do, showing all my charms from those 80s charms necklaces. How fun. I want to just take a minute to thank all you guys for showing up and for being such great friends. Yeah, it's been a really healing experience for me after my last job. And I also, it was funny because on Sunday I volunteered at my book thing again. And I've started to get to know the group there. And there's a variety of older people, but a lot of the girls that work there, they live in the city. They're very hip. They're very young. And, I'm come in and I'm just like, hi, trying to make friends with them. And always felt a little kind of awkward because they all live in the city and I live in the suburbs. And I don't know, there's just a vibe about people from the city. But anyway, long story short, this last time that I was there, I felt like I started to make some friends there too. And it felt really good because one of the things, well, the reason I noticed that was because they recognize the type of books that I take and collect home, because we get to pick the books before they even go out for everybody else to see. So they're like picking up ideals for me and picking up vintage botanical books. And they're saying, here, Khadijah, do you like this book? And that's like, that means, like they're paying attention. They know what I like. And that felt really good. And what I was going to say is that for me, there's something about, the friendships that I've been making. And I realize I really thrive off of those because some of you may have a job, you may go to work, you may work online, but I don't. So I feel very isolated other than my husband. I don't have kids. So it is very, it's very fulfilling for me. Anyway, I don't want to be all sappy and whatever, but I just wanted to tell you, I really appreciate you showing up and chatting with me. I appreciate it very much. I appreciate your friendship. Yeah. Thanks, Jonna. It really did hit me. I was like, oh my God. It was so, I felt like it was funny because the girl that runs the place, I said, Jessica, I have friends here now. It's just, I feel I'm somewhat socially awkward, I think. And so it was just, I was like, oh, I don't know. It was a momentous experience for me in a little, my way, I guess. You're doing some journaling cards. Nice, Denley. Oh, thanks, Mary. Yeah. Well, I mean, I have my husband here and we connect, but we're both somewhat independent, like we do our thing. It's probably really good for us. He's very involved in his work. So yeah, he's definitely not into crafting. But he did put together some carts for me. I bought some carts off of Etsy. So I'm starting to collect more like organizing things. I should show you guys what I did with my buttons. I'm going to show you what I did with my buttons because I'm really happy with my buttons. I may, I don't know if I'm going to bring some to my sale. Are you bringing buttons, Jonna? You're bringing trinkets, right? Are you bringing buttons at all? Same to you, Cotty. I live rural in a place where I don't know anyone. My YouTube friends have actually become personal friends. Yes, absolutely. Oh, Jonna, you're such a sweetie pie. Oh, I appreciate you so much. So anyway, in my process of getting organized, as some of you may know, I probably said it numerous times, February, the word for the month is focus. So I take an hour every day and work in my sales room and try to organize. I prioritize that because everything else will take up all my time. And I also prioritize an hour for art for myself, not for my kids, not for anything else. Nothing. Oh, you hoard them. So so do I, Jonna. But I now got a lot of them. So I want to show you because I've been organizing them. So I just pulled this out and I'm getting really tired of painting. So I might do some more sorting. So I have this little jar of vintage buttons. I have a whole bunch. I have some for my grandmother. And let me show you these. And then I have this jar. But again, it's hard to find them in there. And then I have this jar, but I can't find them. I can't pull out the ones. But these, so these, and I have a box in the basement that was my grandmother's, my grandma Muncie. She was my Hungarian grandmother. These are all from her, and I don't want to use these on anybody's journals except for my own. But look at these little old buttons. Some fun ones. Anyway, the reason I was talking about buttons, look at that one. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, this is a special box. I put it in here. What's that? There's a little, probably one on a coat. She used to make my doll clothes for my Barbie dolls. She made my Barbie doll lamb's wool coat. They're cute. Anyway, I love these yellow ones. So the reason I brought those out and showing you buttons is because I got all the 80s buttons from Simon Rickrack. And then this past week, I was going to buy these buttons on Katie Kenny's live sale. I went to her sale. You guys know Katie at Tribe of Five. So anyway, she had some buttons and I bid on them. And actually, Shannon bought them. And yeah, Jonna, that's awesome. I love I won't use them on any of my journals because they're too precious to me. Anyway, she bought the buttons and she gifted them to me. So I'm gonna do a video on them. But here, look what I did. I got this little box and I started sorting them. So these are all vintage, and some of these will go in with the vintage kit. But look at them. Aren't they cute? There's some unique ones in here with a great deal. So I'm going to sort all the ones that are not my grandmother's in here by color and size. And I can access them now and use them when I want to. So I'm starting to get more detail organized, not with my fabric. The reason I'm showing you this is because if something doesn't have a home, I won't use it. And if I can't find it, yeah, I get very, not good. And these are the ones I got from Simon Rickrack. These are my favorite, but these are more fun. Look at these, you guys. They're acrylic. Whoops. Yeah, I'm kind of psyched about all these. Look at these little green ones. I like the acrylic ones. They feel very 70s. Yeah, so I sorted them all. I got 3, and then these. Look at these, you guys. Whoops. I got those in yellow. They're shiny. They're acrylic-y. And I got them in black and white and green and red. Like, these are so fun. Oops, I don't have a tag in here. There's different size ones. Little red ones. Aren't they cute? But I got them all sorted so that I could use them and I could know how much I have that I want to share. I like these acrylic ones the best. I don't know why. And these like big pink ones. Look at these. These are like little balls. I don't know if you can tell them. I don't know if you can see them on the camera. And of course, I have a ton of Daisy stuff I got from him. The avocado flower. This one or this one? This one, Jonna? Yeah, I like the acrylic ones. These remind me of the 70s. Yeah. And then there's some little silver ones. Anyway, I'm going to share some of these, but now that I have them sorted, I can figure out what I can share and still keep some for myself. So yeah, I'm excited about that. But buttons, I was going to sort these. I'm going to stop painting for a little bit because I'm getting distracted and tired. I do better. I have to do something easy when I do craft and chats so I can stay focused also on how cute they would be on a sweater, right? I have this dream of making like a little top, like a little, I don't know, maybe like 3/4 length sleeve, like short crop top with a bow in the back out of vintage linens and make it patchwork, or hiring somebody to make it for me with my vintage linens, my vintage dyed linens. Like, I really want one. I just think it would be so cute, and putting like, vintage trim on the collar and just making it super cute. All right, let me make sure I got the lids on these because I knocked this ink over earlier. Yeah, I need to practice being more present with you guys on the lives. Oh, look, these are cute. Those are cute little vintage red buttons, right? These look old. I don't have purple. Oh, I like those. I like buttons that have a shine to them. Oh, it's kind of cute. I saw somebody do something different with the acrylic buttons where they put something underneath because you didn't really see them when they were acrylic. Purple buttons are hard to come by. Not sure why. Yeah. I only have 2 purple buttons. Old ones anyway. Oh, blue. Rainbow. Right now, my favorite color is yellow. I know that will change. I don't know why. Probably because it's spring, but it also was when it was winter was my favorite color too. I don't know why. I think in terms of paint too, you can always like a lot of times when you're painting, when you mix colors, you know, you've got to do either all your warms or your cools if you're not drying in between because they will run. But with yellow, you can always add in, it'll make mud. Oh, look at that one. It's got like a little, look at that button. It's got like a little, see, flower in it. It's cute. Maybe more of a 1990s color. Oh, purple. Yeah, yellow. It's just such a happy color. It is definitely, and it's so easy to pair with whether you're doing cools or saturated or warms or desaturated. It just pairs really well with either a cool or a warm palette. I think that's why I like it so much. I feel like it's so universal. And it is. It's a very happy color. Mm. 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 Do you guys sort your buttons by color? Does anybody else? Look at these little buttons with the little spots on them. I like those. Let's see. They're like in a little set. You do, Denise? Yeah, I feel like I want to have jars of them, but I feel like it's important to be able to like if you want to find a specific color. I don't know. I like the idea of having them by color. Look at orange. Okay, I better go do my project. I'll be up till midnight. Sort cut by color, but now I have so many I can't anymore. So I just refilled my sorted ones. Awesome. All right, bye, Jonna. Thanks for popping in. It was nice to chat with you. I know I'll talk to you before Thursday. Let's check in at least once, Tuesday or Wednesday or sometime. Yeah. What time is it? 7:55. Okay, I'm gonna stop in 5 minutes anyway, you guys, because my back. Leaning over this table, my back starts to hurt. Ooh, there's another one of those. I really like these with the little flower on them. I don't know how old they are. They look newer. I don't know. They don't look new, but I don't know. They've got a neat look to them. Ooh, there's another one. I mean, do we really know some of them how vintage they are? Hugs. Bye. Tracie never made it tonight. I hope she's okay. Little teeny. I like the baby buttons too, especially when they're on a card. I love baby buttons on a button card. I do like buttons on a card too. I think they would be cute. At some point, I want to do some sewing knitting journals. I've got a couple of cute ideas for them. Maybe I'll just do kits for a while, although I do have some journals I'm working on. Again, the designer in me finds it easy to design a kit. The journal maker in me is very slow, as we all know. Bakelite is 1940s and 1960s. Is that what you think this is? You think these are Bakelite? I thought Bakelite was more like this. Rubber from 1920s because a lot of tire manufacturers made them. Ah. Cool. There she is. John is my encyclopedia, my crafting encyclopedia. Probably other things too, but where's that down? A red one. The rubber ones are fair because they would disintegrate. Ah, right. That makes sense. I feel like some of these need to be washed. Well, I'm afraid to. I mean, I guess I could just soak them in water, right? I like the yellow. Did I miss? We're just doing buttons, Denise. I don't know. When did you leave? Ooh, look at that. What does that say? Nelly. Look at that little rusty, like little, let's see if I can get this to come in. Look at that little pin. It says Nelly. Oh, you didn't miss anything. We've just been talking about buttons, and Jonna was sharing her encyclopedia of knowledge. And yeah, we were just chatting. I don't know. You could probably look back in the chat. I was yakking about showing off different buttons. Not showing off, but sharing them. Denise, when you get your vintage buttons, do you wash them before you put them away? Like some of them have thread in them. I think I just need to dust them off, wipe them off with a wet rag, not soak them in water, right? Because I actually like the vintage thread in them. Anybody else? What do you guys do? Love the pink and orange together. No, you don't wash them? Do you wipe them off if they feel dirty? They feel dusty. You like the vintage thread too? Yeah. See, that feels better now that I dusted it off. Yeah, some of them even have like little fabric stuck on them. Old fabric. Look at this one. It's got like little like little rivets in it. Little metal rivets in it. Don't sort, but we'll wipe if needed. Yeah. Like this feels really old, and this actually feels like rubber, which is weird because she just said that about rubber. I don't know if this is a rubber one or not, but it's got really old. Some of these are super old looking. Hmm. You usually sort and wash all of your buttons. Do you soak them in water, Mary? That's the part I'm afraid to soak them in water and or cleaner. I think I maybe and also using a wet wipe. I don't know how that would be on them. Yes, soapy water. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is wait until I use them and then like figure out how to clean them off. I like the old thread, but some of them do need a little bit of a cleanup. I like this button. I don't know why. Again, it looks like it's from the 70s. You have 4 full gallon jars, 1 for whites, 1 for blacks, 2 for color. I'm working on my 5th. Oh my God, Denise. I do not. Oh my gosh, that's impressive. Woohoo. You saw the extent of mine, those little jars. But I do have a box full of my grandmother's ones in the basement, which probably would fill in a, I don't know, I could probably fill 1 gallon jar with all my buttons. Maybe. But hey, I mean, I'm not cranking out the journals like you are either. They're part of your decor. I know. I saw your art room. They're really cute. They add color. They look like, when I used to do interior design, I would take my clients' little collections of tchotchkes and stuff that they had, and I would put them in those big jars and display them that way, rather than them having laying all over the place. I did it with my husband's Hot Wheels. He has a big jar with his Hot Wheels in them. It's a clear jar. So they play as a decor piece, but they're also corralled, and, you know, they look like a big jar of candy. Yeah. My town is big into sewing, quilting, so I'm so blessed to find too much of everything, good stuff and cheap. Yeah, lucky you. I definitely feel like I find some good old stuff here too. I think the East Coast has a lot of old stuff, especially more further north, like up where Wilhelmina lives. Wilhelmina, you live up north, like, right? By New York? Or no? Are you still here? I know New York, Philadelphia, that area, they have a lot. And also like yeah, Jamestown, like the older areas. She's in Wisconsin. Oh, okay. Thanks. Oh, Joanne, welcome. I didn't know you were here. Hello, everyone. I didn't even see you. I wasn't watching the thing. Ah, welcome, welcome. How was dinner? All right, I'm going to finish this jar of buttons, you guys, and then we're going to call it quits. Otherwise, I'm going to put my feet up on the table again because my back is starting to bother me. Oh, that's broken. Mm. 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 Okay, so if you came on late and watched the replay, I'm going to go back and look at the kits because I shared the kits. Let me finish doing these buttons, then I'll show you what we made tonight, what I successfully played with while we were chatting, besides just these buttons. The little yellow one. Yeah, that's true. I mean, when my mother passed, you guys, I kept some, but I got rid of a lot. She had so much quilting fabric. And you saw I only had those 2 boxes that I kept because I wasn't interested. I wasn't at the time interested in doing it. And yeah, so got rid of it all. And now, you know, I kick myself. Now I got to go out and buy it if I want it. Thank God I had some, though, that I didn't even know I kept. It's not like just one that the color came off of. All right, little buttons. I actually got most of my floor cleared today. Starting to get ready for my sale, which was really bad. I could barely walk in here. My husband's like, how do you even work in there? I said, barely. All right. We got all those buttons sorted. Like, that feels so good. Like, if I want to find a button by color now, a vintage or an antique button, I can. I like that. Now, I have those other jars, but I'm not going to go through them now. I'm going to find one that I need. All right. Yeah, I went through one jar, right? I feel like I got a little bit done. This one, the white buttons, the big white buttons are too full. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Let's do some more over here. There we go. Oh, that's got thread in it still. Oh, wow, I like that button so much. All right. All right. So again, these are going to be the whimsical folders, and I'm going to decorate them something like this. So, but it's going to be a little bit brighter colors. So tonight we did some of the papers. I didn't do enough mountains. I might do grass though instead of mountains. I'm not sure. Let's see. These should all be dry now. Yeah, so now I have to do the same thing times 3. So I have enough to play with and I can create them. And I have to do a bunch more mountains. And I want to do some of this French paper. So I think what I'm going to do is, so the font goes all a different way. I think I'm going to make some, a master board. Hey, is anybody on here doing Hazel's masterboard in March? Did anybody sign up for it? I did. It's my first collab thing. Well, besides the ATCs. You are? Oh, good, Joe. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. I mean, masterboard I can do. Masterboard I have done. You asked for the end. I asked for mid or end. I just didn't want to do the beginning. But end is also around my sale. So, yeah. You can tape it. Do it ahead of time and tape it. I'm probably going to do my stripy masterboard, but just a different one, a version of it. Well. All right, guys. Looks like people are getting off now too. Anyway, I'm going to say goodnight. I Denise, I do too. I love them. I mean, it's easy. I probably do it my next craft and chat too. But I appreciate you guys all showing up. The plan is to do it again next Monday. Again, if you came on late, watch the replay. And don't forget Thursday live sale. Jonna's going to be joining me, so we'll have some unique and different goodies. She's going to bring some trinkets, some fun stuff. So we appreciate you guys showing up, and thank you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and yeah, do something that brings you joy. All right, bye-bye. Ciao, ciao.